Basketball is a war of attrition. The grueling 82-game season eventually takes a toll on the player's body, and injuries begin to pile up left and right. In recent years, we have seen a great wave of old-timers like Manu Ginobili, Dwayne Wade, and Dirk Nowitzki fade into the sunset and hang up their sneakers for good. It simply means that no matter how good you are, Father Time will surely catch up to you. Although LeBron James still rules and dominates the league at age 35, the detriment of the king is pretty much inevitable due to his declining age. As this unfolds, the league will still be in good hands, with the likes of Giannis, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard after his departure. But aside from the aforementioned household names, there is also a new breed of young and hungry superstars who are more than willing to take over what LeBron will be leaving and compete toe-to-toe with their more experienced on-court rivals. Let's say you're a GM, and your task is to pick your franchise's cornerstone from a pool of promising prospects. Who are you going to pick between Zion Williamson, Luka Doncic, or Trae Young? In this video, we're going to take a closer look at these four impressive young guns to see who among them has what it takes to take their talents into the next level and lead the NBA into the next generation. Before we start, I'd like to welcome you to Hoop Nation, where we cover everything NBA. Be sure to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. Ja Morant. Strengths. The Memphis Grizzlies got a much-needed boost when they acquired Ja Morant as the number 2 overall pick in this year's NBA draft. The Murray State standout is an energetic 6'3" point guard who can put up quick points on the board. He can leave his opponents in the rearview mirror due to his blurring speed, paired with some ridiculous handles. The 20-year-old also got insane hops and loves to posterize players whenever the opportunity presents itself. The no-fear playstyle of Ja can be easily compared to Russell Westbrook, as they both rely on aggressiveness and athleticism, especially when attacking the rim. As a rookie, Morant is averaging close to 18 points per game and leads all rookies in assists, registering almost 7 a game. Weaknesses. His scoring output is not that surprising, as the Grizzlies' offense runs through the ball-dominant Morant. As a result of being the first option in the team, he turns the ball over at a staggering rate at 3.2 a game, leading all rookies in this appalling department. Although his shooting at a decent 36.7% from 3, he has an awkward shooting mechanic, where his elbows are frequently stuck out during the shot release. Also, he needs to add more muscles so that he can finish strong through contact if he's going to rely on sheer athleticism throughout the early parts of his career. Trae Young. Strengths. The Atlanta Hawks sophomore guard is already making his presence felt and solidifying himself as the next superstar for the franchise. Averaging 29.6 points in this season, Trae is a score-first type of point guard who can destroy defenses at any given night. Despite his short stature, the 6'1" guard can dismantle defenses by launching almost unguardable long-range bombs. If you try to apply pressure and defend him outside of the three-point arc, he will use his quickness to blow by opponents for an easy layup or floater inside the lane. Trae is also making his teammates better, despite being a scoring threat. During pick-and-roll situations, he can throw lob passes and find the open man with his amazing court vision. He's currently averaging 9.3 assists per game, good enough to take the second spot in the assist leaderboards. Weaknesses. But on the defensive end, Trae can be a mismatch most of the time due to his size. Opposing players can exploit Trae in a variety of ways, especially with teams that have bigger and stronger point guards. He also turns the ball over at a league-leading 4.8 per game, which is something expected for a player who takes ball handling duties at an extremely high rate. Luka Doncic. Strengths. Arguably the best international player in recent years, Luka Doncic is certainly one of the players you should consider when starting a new franchise. The 6'7" Slovenian already made a ton of success playing overseas before arriving in the NBA, and he didn't fail to live up to the expectation. As a rookie, he took the league by storm, averaging 21.2 points per game, while notching down 7.8 rebounds and dishing out 6 assists, and eventually winning the Rookie of the Year award in the process. He's a versatile, huge point guard that has a basketball IQ way beyond his years, resembling the likes of LeBron James and Magic Johnson. He can find his teammates for open looks and always crafty in finding ways to score, despite the clear lack of athleticism. Weaknesses. On the other hand, Luka is an average player by NBA standards in terms of his physique. He can sometimes be a defensive liability, as he's slow to react in pick-and-roll scenarios and lags in covering tough defensive assignments. He's also vulnerable against speedy point guards like Russell Westbrook, who can easily bypass his defense due to his slow feet. Zion Williamson. Strengths. Zion is by far the most athletically gifted player in this year's draft. He's a once-in-a-generation talent that impacts the game on both ends of the floor. Standing at 6'6" and weighs 280 pounds, Zion can be considered to be the second coming of Charles Barkley or Shaq in the NBA's pace and space era. He's a one-man wrecking crew who has an incredibly leaping ability combined with insane explosiveness. He's a tough cover, especially on the blocks, due to his massive size, and he can easily overpower the opposition with brute force. Despite his weight, he's pretty agile around the court and can often finish around the rim graciously. On the defensive end, he can swat shots and intimidate opposing players because of his rim protector mentality. He's also active on the passing lanes, deflecting passes using his 6'11" wingspan. The former Duke Blue Devil is currently posting 28.5 points per game while grabbing 8.2 boards an outing. Weaknesses. But despite his overall dominance, one of the lingering questions that remain to be unanswered is about Zion's weight issues. His playstyle heavily relies on sheer athleticism, which means he has to use a lot of leg power most of the time. We all know that the majority of big men are now out of the league because their frames can't withstand the pressure coming from their legs. Just take the case of Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal. Zion has already missed some games this season due to knee injuries, and this could present future problems in terms of his longevity in the league. Also, his outside shooting remains to be one of his Achilles' heels. Most teams keep sagging on him because they know that he's proven to be more ineffective outside of the lane due to his unpolished jump shots. Thanks for watching the video. I'm excited to see the future of these four young stars. As always, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. And until next time, I'll see you on the court.